Most of us have been trying to get to our cars or get inside our home or workplace as fast as possible, all to keep from being out in these near freezing temperatures, which most likely means your pets that are outside are just as cold.
Curtis Jackson spoke with officials at the Humane Society of Wichita County and has some tips on keeping your furry family members safe this winter season. So, Curtis, what were they suggesting?
Yeah, guys, I spoke with Executive Director of the Humane Society, Cheryl Heineken, who has some tips that could keep your pets safe and out of the cold and you out of jail.
We've all heard the saying, if you're cold, they're cold too. And right now, temps are getting pretty low, which means it might be time to start bringing your pets indoors.
The winds here get pretty brutal, and it'll make those temperatures drop pretty fast. So if they have an outside dog, and even just moving them into the garage out of the wind sure would help. If there's any way possible, keeping the dogs inside, and just let them out for a little while is fine.
But if you can't bring them inside for whatever reason, Heineken says make sure you have adequate shelter for them with a proper heat source.
They just want to make sure it's the heat lamp is up safe, high enough for the dog or cat or whatever can't knock it off, and also not to burn their skin. You want to have enough room for your animal to be able to get away from that heat light if it does get too hot. And then you want to make sure it won't catch anything on fire is probably the biggest concern.
While also making sure they have plenty of food and water that's not frozen over. Now, Heineken says if your pet is left out for too long, not only could it affect their livelihood, it could affect you as well.
I believe there's a fine. They could get fined for animal cruelty or neglect if an animal's out for a certain amount of time when the temperatures drop below freezing. If they don't have shelter, and your pet could potentially, die if it's too cold out there for them. So hopefully we won't get that cold, but it's always better to be safe than sorry.
All things to consider to make sure your furry loved one is around for as long as possible.
Now, also with these freezing temps, don't forget your pipes freezing, and which are expected tonight, the freezing temperatures. Now, leave your faucet on a slow drip and open any cabinets that contain pipes that may be on the exterior walls of your home, as well as covering up outdoor faucets to keep them from bursting.
I'll be sure to do that tonight, too, and hopefully all of your animals will be warm and safe here in the coming days and months of the winter season. Curtis, thank you so much for bringing us that story tonight.